Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer Does Best, and I was going to tell you that this is kind of hard to say, but my mother-in-law, if you've been keeping up with my channel for the last 6 months, give or take, my mother-in-law had a massive heart attack, and she passed away. And don't think this to be cruel or anything, but we were praying that she would, because she was just suffering. I won't get into all the details, but just so you know, all of those folks, all you folks, my subscribers, my friends, my family, I feel like y'all are family, because I tell y'all things I wouldn't normally tell anybody else, just because I just feel like we're all close and family. So my mother-in-law passed away. So we're just tidying up details at this point. And it's tough. So trying to make sure we have all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted, and we're still going on. We're trying to take care of, it's a struggle. We're just taking care of things now. Her belongings, and, where she lived, and this car. This car belongs to us now. And I'll tell you kind of like how I got this car. My mother-in-law, first of all, let me say, you're probably wondering why I got these newspapers up here. I painted the wipers. Rattle can painted the wipers. Just letting it dry for just a minute before I take the papers off. My mother-in-law, a few years ago, well, yeah, several years ago, she had a Buick LeSabre. And she was going around a curve, and I don't know what happened, but she miscalculated or something and wrecked her Buick. Flipped it up, believe it or not, and she was come out of it unscathed, not a scratch on her. Praise the Lord for that. So I had my mother had passed away, and so my mother-in-law didn't have a car, and I had my mother's car. So I said, I'll tell you what, I said, you're without a car, and I said, I'll give you my mother's car. My mother's car was a Ford Taurus, and it only had like 50,000 miles on it, something like that, So I was trying to get this off here. I said, you can just have this car, and she said, no, 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 I don't want to take a car like that. So after much debating, going back and forth with her, I said, I don't need the car. You need a car, so here you go. So she said, to make the long story short, she gave me $1 for the car. So she said, one of these days, when I do pass away, she was, getting on up there when she had the accident, and she said, Jimmy, she said, you can have, the Taurus back or whatever. And I said, that's fine. Well, she found this little car, and she liked it a little better, and, wanted to know, could she trade the Taurus in on this one? This is a much smaller car. And I was in agreement. It was easier for her to handle. And so we just, swapped. She got this car. Okay, now how I got this car, she said, Jimmy, she said, you take care of this car. She quit driving a few years ago. And she said, Jimmy, you take care of this car just like it's yours. She said, because it is going to be your car. You and Mrs. PIB, her daughter. And, which I did. I took it to get oil changes. My wife and I did, and we'd wash it and wax it, and put it back up in her garage. But, we didn't drive it a whole lot, very seldom, to be honest with you. So, now I have the car. My wife and I do. We have this car. It's a 2009 Hyundai I'm still trying to get used to it. I would go and start it for her. Every time we went to go see her when she was still living at home, I'd go start it for her, move it around, this, that, and the other, take it up and down the road, and I'd disconnect the battery, and, next time I come over to wash and repeat, wash and repeat, check the air and the tires, this, that, and the other. And so now we have this car, and I kind of like it. Let me hang on just for a minute, guys. I'm going to pause this right here for just a moment and take these newspapers off so you can get a better look at it. See y'all in just a bit. Okay, that's much better. It was blowing around and stuff, and I was afraid it would just blow plumb off. Dang, there's a leaf right there. But anyway, we wound up with this car. It's a 2000, I think I told you this, but I'll say it again. 2009 Hyundai Accent. I'm not familiar with these cars whatsoever. But my wife really likes it. It's kind of peppy. It's got a 1.6 liter engine in it, and it's pretty peppy. It's got 157,000 miles on it. And I'll tell you a few things that I like, and I haven't drove this car very much at all. It's pretty clean, and I'll be honest with you, when you're looking at it, I've already, cleaned it up and waxed it. Even though it's sat in the garage the whole time at her house, I cleaned it up, waxed it, and it needed aired out. So we've been kind of letting it sit and air out a little bit. My wife is wanting to take the steam genie thing, steam cleaner thing, and go over it there a little bit. Tell you some things I like about it. First of all, this right here. I like manual windows. Some people don't, but I do. I like manual windows. These go up and down just fine. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 154,000 miles on it. And, it's got a little AM/FM cassette. It's got these things here, plug-in device and cigarette lighter. I haven't found the cigarette lighter, so I guess I'll buy one somewhere at the auto parts store or something just to plug in the hole. But my mother-in-law was meticulous about writing down every time she put gas in it, what kind of mileage. I don't know why, but she was. That's just her. It's an automatic. I don't know if I mentioned that. Automatic with AC. There's no tilt. It's a GLS model, whatever that is. I never thought in my life I'd be owning a Hyundai, but you never do know, do you? So anyway, here we are with a Hyundai 2009, and this is the newest car. My wife was laughing. This is the newest car we have. Up until we got this, we had we still do. We have 2008 Lincoln MKZ, but this is a good little car, and it's supposed to be pretty good on gas. And I just thought I'd show you. It's like I said, I've already cleaned it up. It was clean, but it needed, from where I had been getting in and out of it, starting it over the last, several years, there was grass in it stuff, but like a year and a half ago, my wife and I drove it for about maybe a week, 5 days, something like that, probably 5 days. I don't like driving anybody else's stuff, but my mother-in-law was wanting to get the oil changed and stuff. She was kind of a car type person as well, as my wife is, Mrs. PIB, so we just kind of, she wanted the oil change and stuff like that, and always wanted me to check the tires, even though she wasn't driving anymore. But I'll show you it does not have automatic locks, but that's okay. Everything's manual. All this car has is power steering, power brakes, AC, automatic. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, automatic. And it's a pretty good little car. It's got a little thing here. But this is kind of odd, isn't it? Let me show you this. I think it's kind of odd. Now, it's got an armrest here for the driver, but it does not have one here. But like I said, this is a cheapo model, and that's fine. I don't mind. I like manual windows and stuff. I'd rather have that anytime as power windows. Accidentally opened the gas door. It's going to show you the trunk. Pretty good sized trunk. My mother-in-law, she always kept, you know, anything in case she got broke down on the side of the road, you know, little reflectors and stuff. And has the towel over the package tray here so the sun won't fade it. And, you know, I've got that on our MKZ Lincoln, and I guess I'm getting old too. But pretty nice little old car, you know, for, you know, 2009. Like I said, I still got some more cleaning to do, but it looks a whole lot better than it did. You know, just sitting in the garage, even then it gets dusty and dirty and stuff. So, you know, I really like it. I guess I could show you the motor. I don't know what I'm thinking. I told my wife, you know, all this stuff going on. My wife and I are both just kind of, just give out, I guess you'd say. Just tired. This has been a long journey that's, I can almost see the end at the, you know, light at the end of the tunnel, but just not yet. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I'm not used to this car. Be patient with me, guys. I'll get there in just a minute, I hope. Hang on a minute. Okay, I was right there at it. At the lever there, but I just couldn't find it. But, you know, I'm going to maybe clean up the engine a little bit. It's a nice running little car. It doesn't smoke or anything or use oil so far. You know, nothing special about it except, you know, my wife really likes it. And I see some wax I forgot to get off. It's hard to get wax off of a white vehicle or light colored because it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Yeah, I got it. Anyway, if you've had one of these before, why, you know, let me know, you know, what you think about it and stuff. Oh, another thing about this car is it takes up, let me get the right way here, so I can, 185, 65, 14s. These are 14s. It's my understanding 14s are hard to come by. I did see some on, I did go to eBay Motors just to see. They do sell 14-inch tires on eBay Motors, you know, a set of 4 different brands. This, that, and the other. But, you know, these tires are like brand new. My mother-in-law was a big fan of Walmart. She worked at Walmart for a while. And these tires are from Walmart. They are Douglas tires. And, you know, she got a whole matching set. And, like I said, she's pretty particular. The one thing that I'm going to have to address, and I really don't know how to do it, is this right here. My mother-in-law opened up the garage door when she was driving. It's a manual garage door. And I guess she thought she had opened up the door the whole way, but it didn't. It wasn't the whole way. And this antenna that was sticking up got hit and broke. And the radio works great, but you got this wire here, and I don't know how to take this off. I haven't fooled with it, to be honest with you. We had too much going on, but I guess you flip this up. I'm hoping. Let's see. I'm hoping. I don't want to take that headliner down. It's got some little pins there, but I don't want to have to take that down. And the radio works fine just like this, but I know one of these days in some parking lot somewhere that we go to, somebody probably won't be able to resist to jerk this wire just because that's how people are. So anyway, I'm kind of looking into that to see what I can do. I've never done one like this before. You know, radio antenna. I've put them in before, you know, drilled a hole, put them in, you know, the regular kind, like what's on this cat eye truck here. I've done that, but I've never had one at the end of the middle of the roof. You know, I've done this kind before, but you know, on old cars and old trucks. But that's something else I'm going to have to be thinking about. But no time soon. There's other things going on in our lives still that we are having to address. So I want to thank you so much, each and every one of y'all that have been subscribers to my channel and sending me videos of your old cars and old trucks, trying to keep the channel going, the Primer Is Best channel going, and it sure did help. I promise you, it sure did, because there was a pretty good space there that I wasn't putting videos up except PIB subscriber rides. You know, where if you're a subscriber, let me get this out of the way. And I still would love to see your cars or trucks that you're working on. If you have an old car or an old truck that you'd like to send me, to me, Primer Is Best, my name is Jimmy, send it to me. You know, 2 or 3 minute long video of your car or truck. Doesn't have to be a Ford, doesn't have to be a Chevy, it can be a Rambler, it can be a car truck, I don't care. It doesn't have to be pretty, it can be junk, it can be one you just bought, a project, and your plans for it, or you just finished it, whatever the case may be. You can send me a video to primeridisbest@comcast.net. Facebook Messenger Primer Is Best, or Instagram Messenger Primer Is Best, and I will be so happy and thrilled to put it on my YouTube channel, Primer Is Best, for free. Doesn't cost you nothing, not a thing, just 2 or 3 minutes of your time, and press send. And I'm using a cell phone right now. Be sure, this is so important, be sure please to turn your phone sideways, just like I have mine, and please, no music or foul language, or I can't put it on. Just, you know, talk about your car or your truck, or what your plans for it, or your, whatever, you know, your case may be. I don't know it, but you do. Just talk about it. 2 or 3 minute video. If it needs to be longer than that, stop the video at 2 to 3 minutes. Send me that, and then can start your video again from where you left off, and my wife and I can piece it together, edit it. We'll make it one continuous video. Otherwise, you know, if you send me one 9 minutes long, it's going to say, you know, file too large. It won't send. I know this from experience. So, yeah, turn your phone sideways. This is very important. Otherwise, I mean, you're looking at this much. Turn it sideways, you get a full screen, like you're watching TV. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for, and I speak for my wife herself, Mrs. PIB. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the well wishes. And, you know, this has been going on a pretty good while. And I'm just glad, my wife and I both are glad that my mother-in-law is not suffering anymore. Toward the end, she was just suffering. And, you know, I hate to see anybody suffer. So, you know, it's tough. You know, everybody, we're all at the age, you know, where we have lost loved ones before, and it's tough going. You know, it's tough. So y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so now we have this little car, and you know, hoping that you will continue watching the channel Primer Is Best, and don't forget, I'm on Facebook, Primer Is Best, and Instagram, Primer Is Best. And I just want to thank you for being my friends. You know, even though I'm standing here talking to myself or on this phone, I know that y'all watch the videos, and you know, it means so much. You guys are awesome. I have some awesome subscribers. I know this is a small channel, but the people I have on here are just so awesome, and I'd rather have a small channel with people I actually like and love, as I would have a big channel and not know, you know, not know anybody, I guess. But if you would like and subscribe to the channel Primer Is Best, give me a thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. And you know, I'll kind of keep you posted on this car. I'd like to take there's no big hurry on nothing, guys. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied, but I like to maybe one day when I have time, you know, when things settle down and there's a whole lot still going on, as I said, you know, maybe I can take these wheels off. These wheel covers are Hyundai. There's a real little plastic rinky-dink hubcaps there, and they're fine, but I thought maybe I might take them off and paint the wheel rim black again. I think it'd look better, but just haven't had the time. We're just trying to square away business details and all kinds of stuff like that, which is very much time consuming. And you know, just if you would continue praying for us, I'd be grateful. I want to thank you again. Y'all are just so awesome, and so glad to have you as my friends. And you know, we're all going to get there one day, aren't we? So be sure to pray for others. There's others in much worse shape than anything I've ever mentioned at all, you know. So pray for others, and if you can, help others. Help someone that doesn't even know that you've helped them. Do a good deed for someone. My mother-in-law was real good about saying that. Do a good deed for somebody, you know, and don't let them know that, you know, you helped them. Don't let anybody know that you've done it. Just do a good deed. If we all done that, wouldn't this world be a whole lot better place? Oh my goodness. It would be so much happier place if you just done a good deed instead of everybody being so destructive and self-centered and greedy and all that kind of stuff. I've talked long enough. I just wanted to tell you about that. I didn't know how I was really going to word this video to get it out, but I think I done okay. Y'all know what's going on. You know what happened, and like I said, if you've been one of my longtime subscribers, you know we've been dealing with this for a long time. So I thank you for watching, and God bless each and every one of y'all. And
thank you for all the prayers.
Hang on a minute. This is my wife, Mrs. P.I.B.
My hair's...
Be glad you got hair. Look at me. Say that again.
Thank you guys for all the prayers that you...
Let me get you out of the sun.
Just thank you for keeping us in prayer.
Yeah, okay. That looks awesome. Thank you for keeping us in your prayers. I knew my wife couldn't talk very much, but I was afraid you couldn't see her. But isn't this a pretty outfit? Thank you, guys. God bless each and every one of y'all. The Lord has made a beautiful day again, and we're just happy to be alive and have y'all for friends and family. God bless y'all. Catch you in the next one. I'll see y'all later.